Spencer Lewis here for InsideTrackNews.com. We're at the 46th annual Snowball Derby, and I'm here at the end of, I guess, practice day number 1, we'll call it. I'm with the driver of the number 51 machine, Mike Lights Out Bentley, 2013 Sunset Speedway track champion. Mike, your first time here to Five Flags. For those that are sort of following along at home and they're not able to be here, describe this wild-ass racetrack to the people back home in Ontario.
Well, you get here, and we got here at night, and we rolled in, and you can open up and you can walk up to the track and look at it. And we walked up there, and this place is just wild, high banked, fast. You roll in, and they call your name, and you're in your hauler, and they park you, and there's 160 or 70 haulers here, and it's almost like you got a NASCAR race. The atmosphere, the cars are on the track, it sounds like your actual NASCAR race. Like, it's pretty wild, but it's overall been an awesome experience so far. This track, it's known for being an incredibly aggressive speedway. I mean, you got to get right up on the wheel, you got to be able to muscle this thing around, and really throughout 4 or 5 sessions of practice, that's what you've had to do with this car. How's this machine responding to the incredibly abrasive surface here at Pensacola? Well, being we didn't have tires to come and practice with that had been scuffed in or anything, we had to put new tires on. We went out, my first time on the track, our staggers didn't blow up properly. We had a bit of a push in the car, and we didn't have enough gear in the car, so we weren't up there in the speed charts. But we've been just keeping with this one set of tires, and we've been going back out, and we've knocked off half a second off our lap times, and we're down in the 17.4s, and right now the guys with putting stickers on are running 17 flats and 16.9, so I think we're right in the ball game here. We're going to throw on a new set tomorrow morning and do a mock qualifying run and see where we end up on the speed charts. You're behind the wheel, the Grand American Race Car chassis out of the Streamline Race Products shop in conjunction with Sean McWhorter. I know Augie Grill has given you a lot of pointers, but your first time driving a GARC car, does it respond, does it drive any differently from the MRE chassis that you're used to piloting back home in Ontario? Yeah, this is totally different. You're out in this car, and you sail off in the corner, you can just feel the whole car settle down with the downforce and the way the shocks. You got to figure these guys are down here running $5,000 shocks, Penske's, and we don't run that up north. And we don't have the size of the tracks as well. So definitely, it was definitely an interesting experience going out there the first time. Now, when you hear a lot of the drivers that come here for the first time, they spend the bulk of their first practice session just trying to figure out how in the world you're supposed to get around here. It's an awkward line. You got to run it right up to the wall off of 4, and then you're right down against the inside retaining wall in 1. It's different. It's very unique. Who sort of stepped in and helped you out in trying to figure out how to get around this place and bring you up to speed? Well, actually, I never really asked Augie. I think he says that Mike, you'll be just fine, just drive around there. But no, I was watching Chase Elliott in his line, and it's funny because actually the way I run Sunset, coming in high, cutting the corners down, he almost does the same thing here. And I noticed a lot of guys cutting the corners tight, so I started running a bit higher entry and getting the car straighter off to get the speed down straightaways, because there's long straightaways. And we'll see tomorrow how it works out in this mock qualifying run, but we'll see if we got the speed. Now, when you come down to crown jewel events like this, there's such an emphasis on practice. It just dialing it in, and mock qualifying runs and long runs, short runs, different combinations that you want to go with. Now, you guys actually sort of stayed on the sidelines for a bit midway through the day. There was a lot of guys that went out and turned a lot of laps. You guys were more content to hang back and watch. Was that part of the strategy right from the start? Yeah, see, we don't, with our tire budget here, we don't have the money. Some of these guys that just bolting on new set of tires after 3 laps and throwing the other ones away. We don't have that kind of money to do that. We bolt on these tires today, get our practice in, learn the track, get the car dialed in for, I think, with the longer run race. We didn't add any fuel. We kept the car with the tires with the fuel out there, and I think that's going to be beneficial in the long run. I know we got to make it in the show, but after the lap times we were running with these old tires, I think we'll be good to go. Now, I know you got a legion of people back home following you. They're on your Twitter. They're checking us out on InsideTrackNews.com. They want to make sure that they're right up to date on everything that's going on down here. You have anything to tell your fans back in Ontario that are watching you through Speed51.com? Yeah, just keep watching, and hopefully we can get the Canadians to win down here, the Snowball. It's I think we got all the tools to have a good run. So. We'll see how we do. Go ahead and thank the folks who make all this possible. I'd like to thank, first of all, Sean McWhorter for allowing me this opportunity to come down and run here. Without his experience, and with Grand American as well, we couldn't come down here and compete. So, it's a big deal to come down here and have the opportunity to do this. Also like to thank imageapps.ca And all you guys back home and for supporting me and all the Twitter and Facebook likes, it means a lot, and hopefully we can do good for you guys.
The image wrap scheme looks phenomenal on this car. You're going to contend for best appearance before the weekend is done. Follow him on Twitter, folks, at Mike Bentley 51. Mike, best of luck the rest of the weekend. We'll check back in with you tomorrow.
Thanks.
There you have it, folks. Mike Lights Out Bentley, car number 51.